Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Friday, 24th October. S&P all-time highs. Um, let's get right into the charts. Again, reminder, sign up for the newsletter. Put some chat, give me a thumbs up, and I will be announcing the live show next week. We're going to do it next week, so keep an eye out for that. This will probably be the last Friday I do these videos and start the live show next Friday. So again, keep an eye on that. I'll be announcing it on X and so forth. Probably doing it midweek, half an hour long or so. I'm still tossing around some ideas. Anyways, into the charts here. The S&P, not much to really talk about. We're slightly above all-time highs. And, again, the pattern has been, let's get into the S&P, that, we make these highs and we sell off. That was the case here. Uh, we can point to all kinds. Now, again, next week, we have all kinds of possibilities to maybe trigger that. We've got a Fed meeting, we've got mega caps, we got Apple, Amazon, Google, all reporting, and more importantly, we got Trump meeting Xi on Thursday. That's, I think, the biggest catalyst coming up here, incidentally. So, we got all this stuff going on. And again, once you get to all-time highs, you just don't know how high it's going to go. Probably get a pause. It's not been like a runaway bull so far. On the S&P, you can see very, very tight. In fact, we're only up roughly, let's see, 20, about 25 points from the prior high. So it's not like, it's a runaway bull market right now. So we'll see. Similarly, the NASDAQ, it's been the leader again. You've got AMD rallying today. So in a similar vein, you can see the same story here. So it's just the same kind of situation. Now, again, below the surface, all kind of stuff going on. Not every stock is going up. I mean, it's a mixed bag. Even some of the technology stocks, TXN got hit this week. MU is down. So it's kind of a day-to-day rotation. These what was that? Deckers got hit last night. So, you got to pick your stocks. The indexes are one thing, but stocks under the surface, even NVIDIA, by the way, is not at all-time highs. Apple just made another new high. So it's a lot of rotation still under the surface. So that pretty much summarizes the indexes. Bitcoin, which is another kind of leading indicator, that thing's been dead in the water. This is going to be interesting to see. I think they're going to probably test 100K on Bitcoin, but that's done nothing in the midst of the stock market going up. And typically this follows, so could be an early signal. Rates dead in the water, it's just basically at 4% for the last couple of months now. Can't get moving. Dollar similarly, just dead in the water here. Just nothing happening with regards to the dollar. Lots of movement. Obviously, we've already talked about, everybody knows about gold. And it's interesting. Gold looks to me like it's now setting up a big range between, let's see, 41.71 and about 40.22. This is typically what happens after these big moves. You get a consolidation phase, and that seems to be what we're doing right at the moment. There's some huge opportunity. I mean, there's, if you want to day trade or whatever, I mean, these moves are pretty, you're getting 150 points moves. This is $1,000 on a micro. So if you have the mental wherewithal to take the risk, these moves are pretty good. But aside from that, I would say a breakout move above here is going to be interesting, above 41.71. Similarly, silver, there's, we've been involved in PAAS in the silver market. And That's took a big hit uh, this week. But similarly, you can see silver's also kind of tracking in a sideways. Crude oil been moving pretty good with Russia sanctions coming in. We will see if there's some follow through to the upside here. It's pausing right around the $62 a barrel level. The energy shares, VLO in particular, which we're in, by the way, in TTS, had a huge rally yesterday, almost 10 points. It's sitting at, broke out. So that's going to be an interesting. That's VLO, Valero. And then nat gas is swinging pretty good today. They took it down earlier. Now it's rallying back up. There's a December contract looks like it wants to break out about 418. And then, grains are probably going to be in play next week with the Chinese negotiations, because remember that whole play is about them not buying soybeans and so forth. So I expect some volatility, even though soybeans have already rallied a little bit here, still not out of these big, massive range. Basically, between 10 a bushel and 10.75 is a big range. And I think these will be in play. So, and obviously we got a bunch of earnings, so lots of stuff next week, which should create some great opportunities. But you still got to stick to the process and not get too emotional about it and not chase any of these moves, because chasing these moves right now is not a good, obviously not a good plan. So, uh, and again, I look forward to doing that live show next week. Uh, I'll announce the times, and then we'll go from there. Have a great weekend, and take care.